What's up everybody? Welcome to the Stocks channel. My name is Corey and today in the stock market we continue to see the S&P 500 pushing higher and we're finally seeing the Dow Jones joining in on the bull rally. Overall the market still looks very bullish and it does look like we can continue to push higher from here. First up, let's take a look at the S&P 500 SPY ETF. So let's crack open this chart and see what's going on in the stock market today. Okay, so first up, let's take a quick look at a summary of the BANC system's performance. Remember, BANC Trade Alerts is a brand new service that I'm now offering that does send you buy and sell alerts, and it only buys and sells the TQQQs. So the BANC system was up 2.04% this week, and so far for the month of June, the BANC system is up 4.03%. Year to date, the BANC system is now up 26.18%, and all of these results are non-compounded. So if a trade alert service is something you're looking for to help you crush this market, this could be exactly what you need. Also, I'm running a 50% off your first month if you do use the coupon code provided. So all of the details are in the description below if you want to check it out. Also, I did drop a surprise episode of Hot Stocks and I will link it above if you do want to check it out. So jumping over to SPY, we did go up 0.36% today and we did hit that next price target right at 427. It was almost a direct hit and then we did see resistance at that level. So remember, with my price targets, you never want to look ahead. 427 is our price target until we can break and close over this level. If we do break and close over 427, the next level above is going to be $430. So 427 is a critical resistance, but we now do have support down below at 425 and the gap close at 424. Our most critical resistance levels of all are 423 in this 20 simple moving average at 422. So as you can tell, there's basically a support level every single $1 lower that SPY goes, and that is extremely bullish. Remember, SPY has a full bull trend, and it literally has support at every dollar it goes lower, where people could step in and try to buy the dip to drive SPY higher towards 430. Remember, we still need to break over 427, but right now it's looking very likely that we could do that and get to 430 in a hurry. We see increasing volume today, and there's still a lot of shorts that have not covered their short position yet, and eventually they will get squeezed, pushing SPY even higher. So at this point, with how many short sellers and how many naysayers that there are in this market, with how bullish this market actually is, I do think we're leaning towards a possibility that we could see a blow off top. Again, it's still going to take a lot of volume and a lot of short sellers covering, but we're now reaching the realm of possibilities where a blow off top needs to start being talked about. As I discussed, there is a ton of support in a full bull trend, and there's still people trying to short this market and thinking it's going lower while it just continues to march higher day after day. So that is exactly how bull markets continue to grow in strength, when you see a lot of skepticism and a lot of cash on the sidelines, yet the market itself is still very bullish and it still wants to go higher. Eventually those shorts do get squeezed, and those people sitting in cash do eventually FOMO in at the top. So don't be that non-disciplined trader trying to short a bull market or chasing something at the all-time highs. If you're going to get in on these trades, you need to get them at support levels, and you need to have conviction and set your risk levels accordingly. So right now on SPY, everything still looks very bullish, but we do have that critical support level to watch at 423 and 422. If we start breaking below 422, then maybe we can change the tone, but until that happens, we have to remain bullish in this bull market. Jumping over to the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs, we did close the gap below today, and we did find support at that gap close, which was right around 349. Overall, the triple Qs dropped a little bit today, going down 0.12%, but that's still completely normal after we've had this monster bull rally. We're finding resistance right around 350 with our next price target above at 353. We're well above a positive sloping 5 EMA, and we still have an extremely strong bull trend in the NASDAQ 100. We have support levels below at 346 and 342, and that 20 simple moving average is very aggressively upsloping, and it's now sitting right around 340.6. So that 20 simple moving average is going to be our critical support, and it continues to go higher day after day. So right now we have critical support at 346 and 342, and we would need to start breaking below 342 to see the NASDAQ 100 starting to look weaker. So just like I said with SPY, everything still looks bullish and this strong bull trend continues to march higher. So look for that price target above at 353 and watch the critical support below at 342. On the Dow Jones, we went up 0.72% today, and while I do know that a lot of people think the Dow Jones is boring, this is very important to understand. The Dow Jones is starting to look more bullish, closing back over that 20 simple moving average today and opening yet another gap. So these gaps are showing that there's an impulsive rally in the Dow Jones and that the Dow Jones wants to continue to go higher. This is overall bullish for the rest of the stock market because we want to see all of these indices going bullish together. This means the financials and industrials are starting to show strength, And as you heard me say last night, we wanted to see that to know that this could be a broad bull market rally. So we're starting to see that broad rally in the indices, which is telling us that this is the real deal bull rally so far. And if we see the Dow Jones retesting previous all-time highs, that's going to tell us that we're going much higher. So watch the Dow Jones critical support level at 343 and the gap close just below right around 342.3. We still have that critical support level right around 341.7 and the 50 EMA and the gap close right around 340. So as you can tell, there is a ton of support levels below these indices as they continue to look bullish. The Dow Jones is coming off of a potential dead cat bounce, but it's looking a lot less likely that it was just a dead cat bounce now that we're back over this 20 simple moving average. So our upside resistance levels are 348, and above that we're retesting the previous all-time high right around 350.8. So pay attention to the Dow Jones, even though it is one of the more boring indices, because it is telling us that we are likely going into a bull trend. On the Russell 2000, we were up 0.17% today, and the Russell did find resistance right at that 233 resistance level. If we can break over that level, we still have resistance at 234, but above that, we would break out to new all-time highs and start running towards 237. We have downside support at 230, the 20 simple moving average at 229, and below that, we would have another critical support level right around 227. So overall, everything is still looking relatively bullish, and we will see the Russell 2000 in a full bull trend as soon as Monday. So overall, the indices are bullish, and we see bullish price action and bullish trending across the board, and we're starting to see the Dow Jones joining in on the party. Jumping over to Arkk, we see Arkk going up 0.17% today and still closing over top of a positive sloping 5 EMA, and we're very, very close to having that full bull trend. That 20 simple moving average is about to cross back over the 50 EMA, and that will tell us that Arkk has not only bullish price action, but a bullish trend to support a push higher. So look for Arkk to make an attempt to break out of 128 in the very near future. Above 128, Arkk will be looking a lot more bullish, and we will have the bullish trend. Downside support is going to be 122.7, 120, and our 50 EMA right around 116.5. It's very unlikely Arkk breaks below 120, so that's going to be the critical support level, and I do think we should see Arkk starting to break out as early as next week above this 128 resistance. On the VIX, which is our fear indicator, we see the VIX dropping over 2% today, which goes hand in hand with our bullish thesis that we are going to continue to march higher to all-time highs. Remember, when fear is low, that means buyers are coming in and driving the market higher at the same exact time that we see too many short sellers in a bull market. So the VIX is well below 16.6, and that does mean that we do have a bullish VIX as fear continues to leave this market. If we see the VIX getting back over 18.2 and then back over 20, that would tell us that we're getting that fear back into the market, but right now we just don't see that, and quad witching is over. Remember that cycle low was in the middle of June, and now we're getting out of that cycle low and we are starting to see bullish developments. So speaking of that cycle analysis, remember we did have a weak spot in our cycle analysis that was right in the middle of June, and as you can tell, we did see a weak spot in the market around quad witching, which was just 2 days later. So coming out of that weak spot, we're seeing a lot of strength in SPY, and that's why these cycle analysis really help you understand where to expect the weak points in the market. So if the weak point is behind us, and that was quad witching, we can expect to see a renewed bull rally in the summer. Obviously, we still have to watch the price action day by day, but this is definitely looking more and more bullish the more price action we get to see as we see SPY marching higher. On the dollar, we're still consolidating above the 5 EMA, and the dollar is starting to build up a bullish trend. Remember, if you're trading gold and silver, you need to watch the dollar very closely, because if it starts to break out to the upside, that will put downward pressure on gold and silver. On gold, we're still hanging out around that 1776 support level, and we're still closing below the 5 EMA. The next price target above is now going to be the 50 EMA around 1825, and if we break down below 1776, we could be coming back down to 1761. If we see the dollar spiking and we break below 1761, gold could be going all the way back down into the 1680s. On silver, we saw a little bit of a bullish spike today, closing back over the 5 EMA, but we still have the price target above at 26.5. We're still below the 50 EMA, which is now at 26.8, so there's no reason to be overly bullish. Our downside support level is 25.78, and below that we'd be looking for support at 25.1. On Bitcoin, we're currently down about 8%, and we did fail to break and close back over that 20 simple moving average. So we still see Bitcoin is definitely in a bear market with all the moving averages stacked to the bear side and the price action well below the 50 EMA. The good news on Bitcoin is that we're still over that critical support level at 30,000. So I do think that Bitcoin is looking a lot more bullish if the price action can't break below 30,000. Remember, this is more than likely a double bottom, so if Bitcoin is holding up above this support level, it does mean eventually we could go back into a bull market. However, if 30,000 breaks down, you're looking for support below that at 27,000, and below 27,000 we could be going all the way back down to $23,000. But I'm not ready to say that this support level is going to break, because I think the bulls have proven time and time again that they're willing to step in and buy Bitcoin at $30,000. So if you're watching the price action, that is a bullish indication, but please do understand that we have a bear trend, and in the overall grand scheme of the market, we're below a 50 EMA, which is always a bearish indication. So you need to watch 30,000 and understand it is a critical support that if we do break below, we could see another waterfall wave of selling. Now, if we can break back over the 20 simple moving average at 36,000 and break back over 39,000, we will start looking a lot more bullish, and we will be looking to see if Bitcoin can go back into another bull rally. So I'm looking for Bitcoin to possibly finish out this month of weakness in the month of June, and then potentially go into a bull market starting next month in July. On Amazon stock, we dropped 1.38% today, and we're back to that support level at 3,400. This is a relatively very strong support level, so it could hold up. Otherwise, we could be coming back down to the 20 simple moving average, which is down here at 3,350. So watch for 3,400 and 3,350, and below that, we would be coming back down to the 50 EMA, which is down here around 3,318. Upside price targets are still 3,500 and 3,552, and do remember that Amazon is in a full bull trend. So in a full bull trend, you usually want to buy the dip and prepare for the next leg higher. On Tesla stock, we dropped a little over 1% today, and we did backtest that breakout as support, and so far that support level is holding up right around 672. Don't forget, we have the gap below at 659, and there still is a chance that that gap will fill, so watch that support level very closely. Above that, we're looking for resistance at 692 and 714.5. And if we do get the breakout above 715, we're looking for a quick run up here into the 750s and 760s. If we break below the gap at 659, we could find support back here at the 50 EMA, which is now sitting right around 637. On Apple stock, we dropped 0.22% today, and Apple is still finding support over a positive sloping 5 EMA, and we did get the full bull trend on Apple today. So overall, I'm still very bullish on Apple stock, and I do think it's going to push higher for another leg. We still have a strong support level at 132 that we could test. And remember, we did get the breakout, so we could always come back and backtest that breakout as support. So the strongest support I'm looking for on Apple is going to be right around 132, but below that, we would still want to see Apple holding up above about 130. Remember, below 130, we're starting to lose the bullish momentum, and that's not going to be a great sign. Upside resistance is right around 135 and 137, with the potential to push all the way back into the 140s if we do break out. On the financial sector, we were up over 1.2% today, and the financial sectors look like they're trying to get back on the bull. We closed over all of the moving averages except for that 20 simple moving average, which is a bullish price action breakout, but we still need to see the financials continuing to close over the 50 EMA. So overall, this is a bullish development, and it does look like this should help push the S&P 500 higher. On the industrials, we went up 0.2% today, and that's the second day in a row we closed back over that 50 EMA. Just like with the financial sector, if the industrials are going back into a bull market, that will continue to push the S&P 500 higher. So look for the industrials to try to break back over the 20 simple moving average and the price action to stay above the 50 EMA. On the healthcare sector, we went up 0.46% today, and the healthcare sector continues to look bullish. The price action's over all the moving averages, and we still have a bullish trend. The energy sector went up over 0.5% today, and again, it's back over all the moving averages with the potential of getting back into a full bull trend. If the energy sector can continue to push higher, it could break out and start running. So jumping back over to the S&P 500, you can definitely see a lot of bullish developments with the financial sector and the industrials. Remember, those sectors were potentially dead cat bounces, and now they're looking a lot less likely that they're just dead cat bounces. If they go into bull markets, that's going to help push the S&P 500 even higher because we're already seeing strength in the tech and healthcare sector. So those four sectors are the key elements to pushing the S&P 500 higher. So watch them closely, and so far, there's really nothing to be bearish about. We still have very strong price action and very strong bull trends in a lot of the most important sectors in the stock market, and we're finally starting to see strength returning to the Dow Jones. So right now, it does look like the S&P 500 wants to get to 430, so watch that critical price target. If we start pulling back, watch the critical supports because there's always the chance that we break below a critical support, and we need to switch over and get more cautious. So don't forget that my trade alert service is now live, and it's called BANC Trade Alerts, and it only trades the TQQQs. It's extremely easy to follow, and you get all of your buy and sell alerts via email and text message. So if you're looking to check it out, don't forget to use the 50% off promo code so that you get 50% off your first month. All of the links are in the description below. And also don't forget that there's a Stocks Channel Discord where I do intraday updates and analysis to help you navigate this market. So happy Friday, everybody. Enjoy your weekends. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.